Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Contact Buzz.
Hello.
Been a while since we last spoke.
Yeah.
Life happens, man. We've been on a vision quest out west. We've been healing and dealing here in the Appalachian Mountains, getting out here and there and dealing.
Things is weird right now.
Things are very weird. We're having a lot of new things happen. A lot of different things have happened in life.
We just had this Scorpio moon, y'all, and it just fucked my world up.
It cleared some energy, let me tell you. And it was a very quickly in the past, 3 to 4 day span, things have been erratic and crazy and wild, but thankfully I've been unbothered. I've just been able to observe and let it watch it pass to an extent. Now, I did do some deep healing, I ain't gonna lie. I got down and dirty with myself because I was having an asshole. I was healing some asshole tendencies of mine.
Yeah.
And, so I did experience a little bit of that Scorpio moon, I ain't gonna lie.
See, that's what it's about. You heard Dallas right there. That's catching yourself and going, no, asshole, you're
Yeah,
wrong.
well, I mean,
man.
why would we lie to ourselves? Why would we not just be honest? And because this might help one of you guys out there.
Hell yeah.
Speaking
It's
of guys,
authenticity.
I am very super excited because a lot of men are, looking out and seeking my guidance on things. And that proves to me that I've really started getting a handle on my divine masculine, and I feel like...
Go ahead. You gotta have the water. You gotta have the water.
I just feel like it's a good opportunity to show guys that they can be vulnerable and that they don't have to carry the weight of the world.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of mind.
This is stupid.
It ain't stupid. Spirit smite you for that.
It did. Let me gather myself.
Listen, if it's anything that we've learned on
It's just
this
I'm very
podcast,
passionate about this.
Yeah, we do a lot of crying. And I didn't used to because
Me
I grew
either.
up in a home where we didn't show emotions.
This is the first tear that I've cried. And
Yeah.
maybe that's what the problem was.
The water.
Because we need to let it go. We need to let that water fly on the occasion because we hold so much on our shoulders.
Yeah, man, I cried.
And especially men in this perceived reality that we live in is that you don't have emotions. If you do, you don't show them. You hide those emotions. And that's
you're
not
embarrassed
true.
of your emotions.
And that's why a lot of guys have been gravitating toward me. And I love that. I love that we can have that camaraderie and that brotherhood.
Yeah.
And that's why I want to do the men's healing circles. And that's a big part of the shamanism that I've been doing currently without even realizing that it was happening.
Yeah.
But once we heal ourselves, once we truly start to face who we are and learn who we are, that way we can truly start to love ourselves, then we can really blossom, man. And we don't hold ourselves back anymore. And we want to hold ourselves accountable and we want to feel those feels.
Yeah.
Because why would we ever hold it back when we now have the knowledge to know that we can change our lives?
Yeah. And it's goddamn amazing, guys.
It is.
The shit's gotten real. Dallas's mom's getting married this Saturday.
Yes.
And she's moved out.
Yep.
So it's just me and Dallas here at his house now. His nephew moved out.
Yep.
Spirit be moving people, man.
Spirit be moving people quickly, and it's a crazy new cycle in life. So here me and Holly are beginning our community, which we
Yes.
never would have thought would have started in my childhood
In
home.
the compound, and we have
And
joked
here we
about
are.
that shit. We've joked about this compound, man.
Here we are, and it's beautiful.
Spirit's like, you bitches, I'm going to set you right in the middle of that religious cult.
It's quite all right. I love it. Because we are tough. We are warriors here.
Yeah. So we had our trip out west. I went through... God, man, it's been hard to kind of put the trip into words. And
Yeah.
Okay, so where to start? So I think we talked about being down at Bonnie and
I think so,
House
and maybe
Saloon.
when we decided to go, when we
west.
decided to go west.
Yes.
If we didn't, then I think we've
Yeah, I
a
had my
couple since then.
breakup. I chose
Yeah,
myself, and Stella's like, she went over to, Thelma and Louise went over to
Yeah.
consulted and said, fuck it, let's go tits to the wind.
We did.
And so it became tits to the wind, and we hit
made
the
it
road,
happen, man. We knew it was needing to happen. Sorry.
Yeah, no. In reflection, just right off of the trip, it was It was probably more intense than we even realized while we was in it, stepping outside of it, looking at all the moments. Because there was a worry there, even though, you know, we kept telling ourselves there was no worries.
Yeah.
And which was what you got to do. It's alchemization.
Yeah, you have to
because spirit, that's not how your
bullshit.
blessings come in.
Yeah.
And so that trip taught us that we can do any fucking thing that we want to.
Beautiful.
It tested our friendship. Which our friendship's been tested. I don't know how many times.
Yeah, I know, right? And we keep coming back for more.
Yeah.
I love it.
That's because we won't back
that's
down.
called brother and sisters. That's
called being able to call each other
shit.
out on your shit and being open to healing.
Yeah.
And because that's as simple
Nobody's
as that.
perfect,
folks.
guys. Like,
no,
we are all healing in this life, and we all overreact, and we all do things that we don't understand that we've done. But guess what? You have to forgive yourself, and you have to forgive others, and you have to live and let by God live, man.
Yeah.
Don't hold on to shit because that festers. And if it festers, it boils over, and it's a shitty mess.
It is.
So why would you want a shitty mess in your life? Listen to what I'm saying here, guys. You can change your life. Because we are stubborn creatures, especially us Capricorn males. Whew.
They are.
We are a hard creature, guys.
Earth signs are pretty.
Earth signs are pretty hard, but they are awesome and they're very loyal at the same time. But guess what? We can heal those, traits of yourself.
Exactly.
You don't have to be victim to the zodiac.
No,
you can change that.
absolutely.
Yeah, it really it puts those traits to the forefront for you. It really does. But guess what? You can heal it.
And yeah, I mean that's just.
You know, because nobody likes the negative connotation of the zodiac of any sign.
Of any person.
Because there's negative things about everyone that I could sit here and name, but I'm not going to because I don't choose to give that my attention.
Right.
Because we can heal that shit. And really, I can see it in people that are Capricorns and people that are Libras, whether they are healed or not of those traits that are commonly associated with the zodiac. It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
So we went on our trip.
Sorry, squirrel.
So we went on our trip and we had an amazing time. It tested us in many ways. And we just went with it.
Yeah, we did.
It was a good test of anxiety.
It was. I mean, it's trusting in spirit to the fullest extent, and we gave in and we did it. So pat ourselves on the back for that. But it was a scary, beautiful, crazy, exciting, anxious, fun trip, though.
Yeah,
but,
all kinds of
but
emotions.
shit, we did it, man. And what's cool is there was no doubt in my mind why we had to be in different places at different times, because we had no set agenda. We had a loose route that we thought we were going to take, naive little us.
Yeah, I know.
Little did we know.
Well, it was also our need to control.
It was.
And if we don't have at least something in front of us, then we would have fucking died.
Yeah. I had to give it up, man.
Yeah, I'm going to take
the control. But anyway, so we got to Boulder, Colorado, and we stayed at a campsite that was not up to par. It was a little goat trail on the side of the hill. And the only thing that we had to put our tent on was like a 12 by 12 deck that hung off the cliffside. So no fire pit, and we needed fire that night, of course.
Yeah, I was a big asshole that day.
So it was so stupid. We were annoyed anyway. We got our little Jeg Clampett chairs out and sat down on the front porch of the lodge, right out there in front of God and everybody. Opened up our cans of Viennese and potted meat and ate on the front porch because that's what we paid for that night.
Yeah, well, the thing about it was we was rolling on very little money.
Yeah.
Very little money. So we would grill out. We had the cast iron. We had a grill, propane grill. And so we counted on that. And we had a
The coffee.
Cooler.
Oh, the cooler. Yeah, excuse me.
I wanted to say ice box, but I'm like, I don't want to say ice box. What the fuck, man? And it's this high.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what we counted on, and so it was disappointing because we were fucking starving, and all we wanted to do was cook, and it was disappointing. But anyway, it was a lesson. It was. And trusting your own, guidance.
Yeah.
Being tested, yeah.
So at 3:00 that morning.
Oh yeah.
Probably about 2:00 that morning in Boulder, Colorado, up in the the big steep parts of the Rockies. We are naive little holler hippies. Wake up at 2 a.m. With icicles in the mustache and the eyebrows, and we realized it was 30-some degrees. So we had not counted on it getting that cold that quick. I didn't know the Rockies was an animal of its own. Even in early September, it starts getting brutally cold there at night. So at that point in time, we looked up the weather, because our next stop would have been Yellowstone National Park. Mm-hmm. I was so excited to see Wyoming, but at that moment when we went down the hill, because we packed we got up, we packed our tent up, and we threw it in the car, and we went down the hill to the IHOP at 3 o'clock in the morning. We were ordering breakfast and having coffee.
And breakfast.
So at that moment, we knew we had fucked up. No, we didn't really fuck up, but we knew we needed to change our route to go southern, a more southern route. So
if you really think about it, Dallas, we followed take away all the weather apps, the stuff that we have like this. That's how we went in. For real. We were on our phones, but we went.
But then we started trusting our intuition.
Yeah, we started trusting our intuition, and that was a trust your intuition. But that's what Vision Quests are about too. Yeah. Y'all, we ended up back to Spark in the Dark, because I want to mention that place because I feel like that was a big
big part of why we had to go west.
Yeah,
the sun, the connection with the sun there at that particular place, and the healing crystals laying on the desert floor there. It was amazing. Well, desert hybrid prairie. It's right on the surface of those two. Yeah, me too.
I do.
I want to go back, and I think we will. I think we should totally just fly out there, or get a bus, or we could fly out there and get a rental car. Shit, we'll figure something out. But anyway, Spark in the Dark was cool. It happened. We would never experience Spark in the Dark had Spirit not shifted us, and that's why we needed to be shifted. Yeah. Plus, we got to drive through the whole state of Colorado, and oh my God, we hit Aspen. Yep. And started crying. It moved us to literal tears. The emotions just started flowing.
In Utah, when we hit Utah.
In Utah. And those canyons, man, are goddamn gorgeous. So we would have missed out on all that had we not shifted.
It was it was so funny. We kept referring back to Cruising USA.
Oh, right. I know.
Places, and here we were.
Cool.
Here we were. And we touched the butt.
We did. Oh, and we drove by Wild Bill Hickok's childhood home, all kinds of random weird shit.
Big Rock Candy Mountain.
Big Rock Candy Mountain.
We went right through it. It was goddamn amazing.
I know, it was so gorgeous.
I suggest that if you have a dream, I'm going to Martin Luther King it right now. If you have a dream,
make it happen.
Make it fucking happen, man.
Don't hold back.
Just jump.
Because that's what we did, and that's what happened. And we were placed in these places for very specific reasons.
Yep.
In Colorado, we stayed in an Airbnb hostel style, first time ever. Exhilarating. I recommend everybody try it at least once in their lives. We shared a room with another family. We shared a hallway with another family. This gentleman just rents out his rooms on Airbnb, and we found one that was $40 a night, which was very much in our wheelhouse there.
For out there, the prices.
Right. So, and we wanted a bed because we hadn't slept on a bed in days, a true, real good bed and a nice sleep.
We had been in the desert.
Yeah. So then we got up, that we freshened up and all that good stuff, and then Dustin, the Airbnb owner, was outside planting.
Yeah.
So I walked out and started talking to him. Then Holly came out. We smoked a J with him. He was a really cool guy. He even said in the Airbnb description he's okay with the green, So we knew he'd be cool, but we started chatting with him, and he had experienced a lot of trauma in his life, and we got to do a lot of cool healing with him that night on the patio. And I think that'll be a night that Mr. Dustin remembers for quite a long time.
Yeah,
when these wayward hippies from the hollers came and rocked his world one night. And then just drifted on. That's what we do, guys. We're little drifters here.
Yeah.
So we love you, and we connect with your energy, and we adore you all, and then we drift. Yeah. But we still love and adore you all. It's okay. Don't panic if we drift, because we're drifters.
I'm a drifter.
We're always drifters, man. Yeah.
We'll never settle down. I love him and I leave him. But to me, they're all the same. I'm the wonder.
Yeah. But so, yeah, that's what we've been up to. But Spark in the Dark, though, let's talk about, because I think that deserves a lot of good attention, is we went, for the first time, we found it on HipCamp, which is a cool little app that you can use to stay in the most eclectic, crazy, cool campsites. So we found Spark in the Dark, and it's off of Interstate 66, very close to Winslow, Arizona, where we did, in fact, stand on the corner. However, we stayed at the Spark in the Dark. We did 2 nights there because we wanted to spend some time in Arizona, and it was a nice, warm location. So the next morning, after the first night, we was a magical. Was there nobody there with us that night?
No, nobody.
Yeah, the first night we had the whole place to ourselves because there's several different campsites. Yeah. But then the next night, a couple of guys came, but they stayed over. We stayed over. Nobody interacted. It was kind of like, well, you're just looking at each other from afar type thing. But we had some really cool meditative experiences there, especially during sunset when the light codes were coming down through the sky, through the sun. Like, whatever happened with that sun and that sky out there, we needed that in our lives.
Absolutely.
It shifted our vibrations somehow. It did something that we needed in our lives, and that's why we were placed there. Yeah. And that's why we were placed there again, coming back.
Why wouldn't we? Also, because in that land all was crystals.
Yeah, it was very sacred land, and volcanic. There was a lot of volcanic rock there, too.
Hybrid environment.
Yeah, it was really cool little experience. And the beautiful sunsets. So the second time we were placed there, we experienced grandmother. And we always experience grandmother, guys. You know this, and she's always with us. Yeah. But she was very prominent on this vision quest out west, and it started in Illinois. I know we're all over the place, but that's how we are, and we love it. But anyway, you have to bounce back and forth to tell a good story, I feel like.
Illinois.
So in Illinois, we channeled grandmother, and she was scolding. And she is a very stern, intense presence who will scold you because she's like Rafiki, where she'll crack you over the head with her staff, you know. Yeah. Pay attention, dumbass. This is how it is. Yeah. But she was very prominent in Arizona, and we saw her in the sky. Yeah. And I know, that was before we did the mushrooms. So it was in the clouds. It was legit. We saw her in the sky.
That was on the second. We saw her in the sky.
We had a lot of interaction with her that night. She channeled through you. She channeled through me. And she's got a very specific dialect and tone when she speaks with you. And it's really cool.
She does.
She's badass, and badass. I'm glad to have her on my side.
Me too, man.
Her and the Archangel Michael. We've been. I don't know if we got to talk to you guys about experiencing angel energy lots lately. Yeah. We've gained our wings, guys.
Hell yeah,
we really have. In a meditative, we have. We did. We visited a beautiful angel in California, and she helped us gain our wings. Yeah. I don't know, and I hope you listen to this and you know how much you impacted us. And thank you so much for opening your home to us and being so goddamn beautiful to us. Yes. That restores my faith in humanity, and that made me... we met an angel that weekend.
We did.
And then we realized that we were...
angels.
Yeah. And it's such a cool experience.
And the people it's beautiful because we all... we all perceive what higher conscious, tapping into a higher conscious, Christ conscious is like.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I think that's what we all strive for, is the highest vibrational state of being that you can be in, which is utopia, heaven, whatever you want to call
Nirvana.
it. Yeah, Nirvana. But also there's a transition too of that vibration. And it's weird. I mean, nobody really... we have all these channelers out here who are saying the same shit. Yeah. Where are they getting this information from?
Yeah, I think for real, and I think the act of love is one of the highest vibrations. But to step it up and get to that nirvana, that total bliss that we talk about, is authenticity. In this lifetime, if you want to reach that 12-step program where you get up to vibing in nirvana on this physical plane of existence, it is love, it is compassion, and it is authenticity that'll get you there.
Yes, exactly. So a lot's been changing in our lives. The new moon swept in, guys. As you guys know, ended my relationship a few months ago. Was it a few or more?
Yeah, more probably. It was August.
August?
September, October, and November. A few months ago. I would say that's acceptable.
It's crazy. I feel like it's been like
it
forever.
feels like a year. Yeah, it feels like it's been a year ago.
Okay, so that happens when you get good at letting people go.
It does.
But anyway, that's not a bad thing. I just want to note that. It just means that you're holding space for someone who needs healing that does not vibrate on your level. So, like, relationship-wise for me, it's been weird because I put my focus back on, business. Us kind of getting a steady income because me and Dallas now have the bills of everything.
Yeah.
So,
my first real responsibilities in a very long time, to be honest, and I'm not ashamed to admit that.
No.
I've lived with my mother in comfort, but also taking care of her and things like that needed to be done around the house. I accepted that as my role for a while, especially after my dad died. So mom's now carrying on with her life, and she's met someone, and she's getting married, like you said. Mm-hmm. So now, like here you are, big boy. Here's your life. You wanted mental fortitude. You wanted to be tested. Here you are.
Spirit, tell me about it. Let me tell you about Spirit getting you out of your stagnant ass marriage and your house and what was surrounding you, and then going here. You're going to go because I thought I was going to be off grid in a tiny house, my own tiny house. And then, no, Spirit's like, no, bitch, you're going to go live with Dallas.
Yeah.
And I'm like, God damn, man, okay. Fuck, when you are picked up and you leave everything behind and you let go of everything, you start letting go, you get good at letting go. But that's the balance, though. You can't let go of everything.
No, you really have to rein it back in. And I like to say, take inventory of your energy field around you and keep what resonates with you still and let loose what don't. Yeah. That holds you back, and release yourself from that baggage.
Exactly. So with this new moon, I've had these men in my life.
Lord bless them.
And I'm a very open person. I'm one of the guys. I'm the higher vibrational woman. So a lot of men get attracted to me and there's very few that get very close to me. But they don't understand why they feel so many feels for me, and then it comes out in so many different ways. So this Scorpio moon coming in was weird because here I have someone from my past coming in, and y'all fuck on TikTok on my algorithm, and Dallas knows this. It's been doing it for months. Mm-hmm. Is there's someone coming in your life, and this is someone you've already been involved with, and I'm like, the fuck they are, swipe.
Oh yeah.
And you feel that, and I started feeling this person coming in, and then here we are, somebody coming from the past, and it's weird. It's so weird and that's my big lesson right now, I guess, is because every time that I go to work on my abundance, my finances, what happens?
The wolves descend.
Yeah, the wolves descend because I'm putting that energy back to myself. This light, your light starts.
You're seeing that light. They're seeing that beautiful light. With them photo shoots like you did yesterday.
Yeah.
You can see the light in there, and those men love that. Those people love that. Let's be real. It's attractive. Male, female, gay, straight, whatever.
Right. But the things that I've been dealing with lately is like being able to keep choosing me and to keep giving into something that is not giving back.
Yeah. Because
you cannot give your emotions completely over to someone who is not taking yours into consideration.
No.
And that's important.
It's not fair.
No, it's not fair.
Not fair to you.
No.
I mean,
that doesn't make them a bad person. It just means that they're unhealed in ways that you have healed.
And you cannot accept anything less than what you deserve.
And I won't.
And if that vibrational level ain't there, then,
Yeah, and I won't.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Why would we accept less than what we know we deserve?
Exactly. And I know this is a time where Spirit be testing. Spirit be testing, y'all.
Trust me, we knew these tests were coming, too. But they're big tests, guys. Big tests. And you got to really start to own up to your own cycles.
Yeah.
I know it's hard to realize them, but once you realize them, don't pretend they ain't there. No. You got to work on that shit. You know honestly what you need to work on.
Yeah.
Do it. I promise it'll set you free.
And, don't discount anything.
Yeah, don't discount a goddamn thing in life, and analyze every little feeling that you get. Mm-hmm. Feel it, sit with it, play with it, befriend it, get to know it, so you can let that bitch go, man.
Set my in prison.
If one little intrusive thought, we were talking about this, creeps into your mind daily, stop and think, why? Because we all have these little intrusive thoughts that come into our head out of nowhere for no reason. Well, that ain't no coincidence. That's an energy level that you're tapping into there, and that's an emotion that you're feeling. Stop in your tracks and realize why you're feeling that. Is it mine? Is it somebody else's? Why would I have this thought? Because if you don't do that, you know what they do? Them thoughts, they sit there and they fester. And then they make you act out of ways that you would never act because you've started listening to some voice in your head that was just an intrusive thought.
Yeah.
So be mindful of that, guys.
Yeah, because you give it energy.
You do give it energy.
Yeah. And then when you stop giving it energy, you alchemize it. So that's a big energy. Alchemization.
Yeah, it's big, and and transmutation.
Yeah.
Alchemy, it's big. It's possible. It's possible to change your life, guys.
It is, and that's what we're doing, man. We are actually putting our efforts back into lives everywhere we can, every outlet that we can.
We're tired of hiding our awesomeness.
Yeah, exactly.
We know that it needs to be out there for people. Clearly.
Yeah.
And that's what we're going to do.
Absolutely. And spirit, you don't have a choice.
No.
When you open yourself up completely like that, because you have to walk away from shit that is comfort to you. Not just relationships, work, your relationship with money, your relationship with things. You have to realize, especially if you're someone who enjoys money and buying things and you like to buy stuff, why do you buy that stuff? Well, you start analyzing why you're buying that shit. You're like, is this something that I'm going to is it going to benefit me?
Yeah,
is it going to benefit my needs at that moment?
Right.
You start analyzing your family, of course, and all that stuff. But when you have to jump and make decisions and things that most people can't handle, they give in on, that's when it's like alchemizing them thoughts is where it lies at.
Yeah, absolutely. Guys, I just want y'all to know it's 10:46 a.m. here, and we're recording for Contact Buzz. This is a new thing for us.
It is.
We felt inspired.
We have been a lot of inspired lately, because when you have other energies living in the home with you that don't match your energy,
it kind of blocks you. It does. Yeah.
And you block yourself.
You do, because you are blocking that energy that you don't want to affect you. Yeah. So that's all you're focusing on.
Yeah, that's all you're focusing on. So then you realize, oh man, I should have ended that a long time ago. I should have got out of that energy a long time ago.
And you realize how much it was self-imposed.
Yeah, self-imposed. Very self-imposed.
It's awful.
It's like you put yourself in a jail, a cell, and you locked it, and you got the key, and you're like, oh,
I know.
You're sitting in there that whole time, but you have the key.
I know.
What the fuck?
I know.
It's
crazy. I don't understand why we do what we do as humans.
It is. Well, it's because we're conditioned.
Very much so. Very conditioned. Take your power back.
Take your power back. Learn who you are. Because you will have to relearn who you are.
Yeah, you really will, because you don't want to be that person right now that's struggling with every goddamn thing. And you don't have to be that person. You can rise up and say, I choose myself today. Yeah. You can start pulling your energy back from every person that takes from you and does not give back to you, because they should be ashamed of themselves for that.
No matter
and
how
you should
big
be
your
proud
heart is.
for taking that energy back, and that's how it starts to happen.
Yep.
Not only the self-healing, the deep ugly things we don't want to admit about ourselves, that's important, but how everybody views us is important, or the lack of giving a fuck of how people view us is more important.
Yeah.
And that's when you start to vibe in that authenticity, which
Exactly.
sets you free of everything, guys. If you live authentically, you have nothing to hide. Absolutely. And how beautiful is that? And nobody could ever threaten you for anything, because you live authentically, and everybody knows exactly how you are.
Yep, exactly. And you know what? That's the thing about it. It's like we give people so much power, because one person could feel badly about us and say awful things that's not true, and we focus more on that one person than we do all the other things.
I know.
So that's another mind thing.
It is. It's mental prisons, man. We're guilty of them. So guilty of them.
Yep.
But we are also living proof that you can set yourself free. Yep. That you can be brave enough to take that key, reach that little hand out.
Yeah.
Click that lock and open that gate. You might have to stand there for a few minutes.
Yeah.
Until you realize, oh, wait, I can actually go through.
Yeah.
And here you are. Then you're free. You're like that bird that flies off into the distance with Charmin toilet paper on its back. Sorry, I couldn't resist. We've been seeing New World commercials, guys.
Have.
There's a Walmart commercial that does just that. A bird flies off into the distance with Charmin toilet paper on it.
It was so serene. I was like, what the fuck?
Meditative music. It was just the strangest shit.
That's when you know, man.
I know.
I had my birthday. We went to West Virginia.
Yeah, beautiful weekend.
We hung out with Donnie and Lindsay, my really good friend Josh Bender and his fiance, maybe?
Yeah, Jessica.
Jessica.
I think so, yeah.
Are they? Yeah, I think they're engaged, maybe. Are they?
I think so.
I don't know, but either way, they're a couple. And we were right beside the
river.
Greenbrier
Oh, my
River.
God.
I mean, we were right on the river.
It was freaking gorgeous. Big river.
Big.
Nice river. Holly got to see river otters.
Yeah. Oh,
I was going out to Walmart.
Yeah, with Donnie.
Had to do the Walmart run. Yeah. We do at least once a trip. Me and Donnie goes to Walmart.
It's like your time.
Yeah.
We have our time too.
Right.
So yeah, we had a good time.
Blast.
And I got the beautifulest gift, me and Dallas.
That's the coolest shit. Speaking of our trip out west, Donnie and Lindsay both went through, and we're very tight, very close-knit friend group.
Yeah.
Deep love for those guys, and they have deep love for us, and they went and specifically combed through our Facebooks, picking their favorite pictures of us, and printed all those bitches out, and that beautiful in itself right there. And then put it in a nice photo album and had a box for our trinkets from our trip out west that had our names engraved in it. And that's so cool. And if you guys know, me and Holly are brother and sister, So that's really awesome.
Yeah. It was, I was like, you know what? People don't do this no more.
No.
I don't print my pictures. I ain't printing my pictures.
It inspired me, and I got thousands of pictures that I'd love to get printed that probably will never happen in a lifetime. But, I hope that I never lose them at the same time, too, because I have lost lots of good pictures in my day to the bottom of the lake on a cell phone after the near-death experience we'll talk about in a different episode.
I think we have talked about
We probably have, yeah. And I feel like in those instances, maybe an old version of me did die.
Yeah.
Because that's what I remember my last thoughts as the boat was flipping over is this is it, because I didn't feel like I was the strongest swimmer.
Yeah.
But, I mean, there was a roof over our head. It was a double-decker pontoon. So I got the shit beat out of me, but I ended up bobbing up out of the water somehow or another,
Yeah.
So that made me know that I was a goddamn survivor. But then there's those passing thoughts of, probably an old version of me did die that day, and then I jumped to a different timeline.
Yeah.
This gets deep, and we're in it deep, and we understand it deeply.
Now, man.
Yeah. So, and if you're not, then what are you doing? You better come join us because the water's fine, but you don't have to live in that lower vibration. You don't have to thrive in that because you'll never thrive. And you'll be miserable the rest of your days if you don't get up out of that bullshit. If you don't look yourself in the face and say, listen, motherfucker, you're going to get your shit together. How are we going to do this? How are you and I going to coexist together? Well, you're going to work on your shit and get rid of all that, and that sets you free. We shall.
So we've been working on Dallas actually has been going live on TikTok and Facebook doing spiritual talk and working on your macrame necklaces. And we have high vibe cooking every Thursday. So we really have a little set schedule going through the week, and we're going to add to it. Just putting that creativity out there, trying to fund this community.
Yes.
Because we have somewhere to start from. Why the fuck not?
Yeah,
man?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So we've got exciting things coming up. We're going to start to offer readings here at the location that we're at.
Yeah.
We have our artwork up in gallery style. This started coming together before we even really started developing it, but we knew that we could now offer readings
We're jumpers, man.
locally here and energy work. So if you're local and you're interested in booking a session with us, either for readings, which are $40, and that's a full spread, and that will be probably a mix of tarot and oracle cards, but also intuition. Biggest thing is intuition, but then also natural energy work. If you need some chakra clearing done, you can schedule an appointment for that, and all these prices will be available when we get our new laptop. Thank God Spirit provided a laptop for us. So we'll have all of our services in a flyer that you guys can look at on our personal Facebook pages. So we've got a lot of big good things going right now.
Yes, we just had an event.
Beautiful event. Yes, the gallery. We did a gallery reading locally ish in Bluntville, Tennessee at Miss Christina Bowen's place. And it's a cute little intimate setting, off-grid cabin, very rustic, beautiful, gorgeous. Had such an amazing gallery reading / seance that night there. We had a group of 10 folks that come out to be with us, and we really done some deep healing that night. There were some beautiful moments, and the thing is, we get to use our beautiful experiences that we go through in life that so totally touch and help other people. So it's kind of selfish if we don't do that for people, you know. And I'm glad that part of this calling entails being able to do that. So. But lots of good things happening. We just had that gallery reading. We'll probably do another one pretty soon. Tonight we're doing a gallery reading on Zoom.
So we're really online. Pushing here, guys. Y'all know how hermited we get.
Yeah, this is big because we don't put ourselves out there much, but we have been Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. We're all over Facebook and TikTok those 4 days. So if you guys want to watch High Vibe Cooking at 4 on Thursdays, if you're driving home from work and you want to listen to us banter as we cook our favorite meals, or if you want to tune in on Tuesday nights when Holly's doing Tarot Tuesday on TikTok. That's a lot of Tarot Tuesday TikToks.
Tarot Tuesday TikTok.
A lot of onomatopoeia. No. Whatever that is. But anyway, don't judge me. I know you judge. No, I'm just kidding. But so if you want to find us, you can find us those 4 days. And where Holly's doing her lives, I'm in the background somewhere or another in the house. And when I'm on live, together, she's around. So
y'all know this.
But it gives us a good opportunity to showcase what we have to offer, man. To reach people, because Spirit says do it, and we do it.
That's right. We jump, and let me tell you, the benefits of the reaping of the benefits of that is beautiful. Speaking
of the macrame necklaces, every time that I've done a live, which is amazing, I have such amazing support. We have such amazing support in our lives, and especially in that aspect. And each time that I've done the live, I have sold the necklace, or at least one of my necklaces. So Spirit blessed in that aspect. Beautiful. Good times. When you put yourself out there, good things will come in return.
It always does.
Because you inspire people. So you have, you listening, you have the capability to inspire everybody by something that you've been through in your life. Just by having that knowledge and wisdom gained. And sometimes, I've been saying this a lot lately, the stars align and the heavens open. And that one time that you say something that you've been through, somebody can hear it for the first time, and a light comes on, and they're like, "Oh, fuck, I get that." And seeing that and being able to be a part to witness when that happens, that is true healing, and it's inspirational. And I love being able to do that, and that's what we as natural healing shaman do. People think of the aspect of natural energy healing. I was thinking of this the other day, and how we do channel that energy to heal ailments on bodies and things like that. But part of healing, the biggest part of healing, is not metaphysical. It's dealing with the shit that you keep buried inside, and that's what I realized. That's what my game changer was.
Yep.
And that's what we get to do, is open up that door for other people to see that in themselves, because we can't influence or change one person's mind, you'd drive yourself crazy all day long if you're worried about that.
Yep.
So you got to let that go.
Yep.
But what you can do is just say what you say by your experience gained.
Just be.
Yeah, and just be, and people see that.
Yep.
They get it. The light comes on inside them. And then they're acting a certain type of way on cloud nine when you have that first awakening. And then they blossom and they start to touch other people and inspire them to do the same.
It's all a domino effect. Guys.
It is. It's a beautiful domino effect.
Yeah. But maybe, shit's getting real. I mean, it ain't maybe, but it is getting real.
Yeah.
There's a lot of beautiful things ahead of us that we can't see, and we know that.
Yeah.
But it's going to be beautiful.
It's beautiful. We barely touched the surface.
Yeah.
And we'll continue. We're going to... Contact Buzz is something that we always said is no pressure.
No.
It's something that we do when we feel called to do it and when we need to document those important things that we've been through in our lives.
Exactly.
And to, again, get to share that with you guys and hope that you enjoy every bit of it. But we do this as often as we feel impelled to do so, or impelled. God bless me. This is the Scorpio energy, you know?
Impaled upon you.
Somebody impale me. Sorry. But anywho, on that note, I think we'll wrap up this episode of Contact Buzz.
Yes.
And we'll catch you on the flip side of the chat house.
Bye.
Bye.
Peace out.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Bye.